Our next topic is finding the numbers of digits. How many digits are there in the square root of the given number? Again, finding the numbers of digits in the square root of the number. So, first thing, when there are even numbers, the formula is n upon 2, and when there are odd digit in the number, the formula is n plus 1 upon 2. Let's go with the example number 164. Here 64 is 2-digit number, that is even digit. We will take the formula n upon 2. So 2 digit, the n is equal to 2 upon 2. So dividing 2 ones are 2, we get 1. That means the square root of 64 will be 1-digit number. That we also know that 8 into 8 is 64. The square root of 64 is 8, that is single digit. Now 144 is 3-digit number, that are odd in number. 3 is odd, so we will take the formula n plus 1 upon 2. Our n is equal to 3, therefore 3 plus 1 upon 2. We will have 4 upon 2. 2 into 2 is 4. So the answer of 144, square root of 144 will be 2-digit number. That we also know that 12 into 12 is 144. So 12 is 2-digit number. Next is 4489. Now here again 4-digit, that is even number. So we will take the formula n upon 2, where our n will be 4. 4 upon 2, that is 2 into 2 is 4. Therefore the answer square root of 4489 will be 2-digit number. We have seen the method now for finding the square root by prime factorization method. Now we will learn to find the square root by division method. Let us take an example over here. Let us take 529. Now what we have to do is, starting from the ones place, we have to make the pair of the digits. For example, here starting from the one place, we have to make pair, means 2 digits together. And here the 100 place 5 is remaining single, so let it is be as it is. Now we will start with the division method. The simple thing is, how we are doing with division, that's the same thing we have to deal with these numbers to find out the square root. Now we will take the help of this all squares numbers, whatever is written over here. In the division, we were used to do to find out the number which is equal to the first digit number. Here we have to make the pair again and find out the number which is less than 5 or equal to 5. Now for that we will go through this number. So we have the number for 5 is 2 into 2, that is 4. 3 into 3 is equal to 9, will be greater than 5. So we'll go with this 2 square. So we will write here 2 into 2 is 4. So subtracting, we get 5 minus 4 is 1, and here both the numbers are in pairs, so we have to bring both the number down together. So we will have 129. Now next step is, whatever the number is written here at the quotient, we have to add that number here and we have to write the answer like this. Now next step, multiply, write the numbers here and the same number we have to multiply in order to get the answer 129 or less than 129. So let us see, here our ones place is 9. So check it out, which number, square of which number ends with 9. So here we have 3 square which ends with 9 and another is 7 square which ends with 49, that is 9. So we can go with this number. So let us take 3 here. Now whatever the number we are taking here, we have to add the number with 4, that is 3 here, and also multiply with the same number. And let us check it out whether we are getting the same answer or not. 3 into 3 is 9 and 3 into 4 is 129. So yes, it is correct. So we will write here 3 into 3 is 129. 9. So here we are getting the remainder 0. So we can say that square root of 529 is equal to 3. Next example, 4096. So again we will take 4096 and make the pair starting from the unit place like this. So we had pair. Now we have to find out the number which is equal to 40 or less than 40. The number whose square is equal to 40 or less than 40. So we'll find out starting from 5, 25 is a 25, 6 6 are 36 and 7 7s are 49. So as 49 will be greater, we'll go with the 36. That is 6 into 6 is 36. So our here remainder will be 4. Putting 96 as it is below. Now add both the numbers. 6 plus 6 is 12. Now again we have to find out the number, multiply with the same number, so we can get that 496 as it is. Now let us find out the number which ends with 6. 4 into 4 is 16 and another is 6 into 6 is 36. Let us go with 4 here and let us find out whether our answer will be correct or not. 4 into 4 is 16, carry 1, 4 2s are 8 plus 1 is 9 and 4 1s are 4. 496, yes we are getting 496 here. So we'll put here 4. 4 into 4 is equal to 496. Subtracting we are getting 0 as the remainder. So now we can say that the square root of 4096 is equal to 64. Whatever the quotient we are getting is the square root of that number. Page number 105. Try these sums. The question is without calculating square roots, find the number of digits in the square root of the following numbers. Without calculation, we have to find out that what will be the answer when we do the square root. How many digits will be there as the answer when we do the square root of 25,600. Simple method, by putting the bar we will know that the number of digits in the square root. So double bar on the double digits starting from ones place 0 0, 5 6 and 1. So we will get 3-digit number as the square root of 25,600. Let us check it out. What will be the answer of 256? Here double 0 means single 0 and 256 is the square of 16. So already it is 6-digit number. Next question, 1 crore. Again putting the bar here, we will have 1 2 3 4 bars and one single digit. This is 5th bar. 1 2 3 4 5. The answer or the square root of this number will be 5-digit number. Let us check it out. Here 4 zeros, for double is 8. So 4 zeros and single 1. Clear? So this is 5-digit answer. Next, square root of 36,864. Let us put the bar here. 64, 68 and here 3. So again we will have 3-digit number and the answer is 192, which is the square root of this number, which is 3-digit number. Let's take an example of decimal number and to find the square root of that number. Suppose the number is 17.64. Let us do it with long division method. Again 17.64. Make the pair of the numbers. Again you have to make the pair. Find out the number which is equal to 17 or less than 17. So the number whose square is less than or equal to 17 lies between 4 square and 5 square. So we will take 4 square here. 4 into 4 is 16. Again subtracting 7 from 17 16 we get 1 decimal point. So we'll put here decimal. 64 putting, bringing it down. Again adding 4 we have 8. Find out the number with which when we multiply with 8 gives the answer 164. Let us check it out. 4, the ones place we have the number 2 square and another is 8 square. So let us see. 2 into 2 is 4, 2 8s are 16. So yes, we have 2 here, 2, 2, and we have 64, 164, which give us the remainder 0. Therefore, we can say that square root of 17.64 is 4.2. Moving to the next sum. Let's take the example 31.36. Find out the number whose square is less than 31 or equal to 31. First, make the pair of the numbers. Find out we have 5 into 5 25 and 6 into 6 36. So less we will take 5 into 5, that's 25. So here we will get the remainder 31 minus 25, we get 6. Decimal point here 36, bringing it down. Again adding the number, same number, will get 10 here. Find out the number when multiply with the blank and here blank, will get 636. The square of the number ending with 6, we have 4 and another is 6. Let us find out. Let us go with 4 here. Check it out. 4 into 4 is 16. Carry 1 6 and 4 ones are 4. Will not do. Okay. So find out another number. 10. Here we can go with 6. Write 6 here and multiply by 6. 6 into 6 is 6 carry 3 carry 36 and 6 ones are 6. So yes, you are having 6 into 6. So we will get here 636, where we will get the remainder 0. Now we can say that square root of 31.36 is equal to 5.6. Another example 51.84. Take the number, square number which is less than 51, make the pair again. So we will take here 49, 7 into 7 is 49, 51 minus 49, we'll get 2 here, decimal place, bring 84 together. So 7 plus 7 we have 14. Now find out the number which ends with square number which ends with 4. We have only, that is 2 square and 8 square. Let us go with 2 first. 2 into 2 4, 2 into 4 8 and 2 into 1 is 2. Yes, we are getting the answer 284 when we multiply by 2. So 142, here 2, 284. Subtracting, we are getting 0. So we can say that square root of 51.84 is equal to 7.2. Page number 107. Try this. Question is, estimate the value of the following to the nearest whole number. First question, 80 square root. Root 80 is there. Now we know that 80 is not a perfect square of any number. So we have to find out between what this number lies. Taking the number which is less than 80, square number which is less than 80, and square number which is greater than 80. We can find out here. The greater number will be 81, which is the square of 9. And the least number before, that is of 8 square, that is 64. And we see that here 80 is nearer to 81. So the estimation of root 80, we can say that the nearest whole number will be 9. Because here root is there, so we can say that the nearest square root and square root will put here. So we will say that here 9 is the nearest whole number for root 80. Next question, square root 350. Again we have to find out the number, greatest square number less than 350 and smallest square number greater than 350. So 350 lies between 324 less square number then 350, and another next square number after 350 is 361, which is the square root of 324 is 18 and square root of 361 is 19. Now looking at the number, we can say that 350 lies near to 361. So the answer is whole number 19. Question number 4, square root of 500. Again square number, greatest square number less than 500 and the smallest square number greater than 500. So then 500 lies between 529 and 484. Now here square root of 500 given, therefore square root both the side. Square root of 529 is 23 and square root of 484 is 22. Now looking at the number, here 500 is nearer to 484. So our answer is square root of 500 is to the nearest whole number 22. Page number 105, question number 10. Here the question is, find the least number that must be subtracted from. Subtracted, that word we have to remember, from 5607 so that as to get the perfect square, and also find the square root of the perfect square. Now we know that 5607 is not a perfect square, so let us do with the division method and find out what is the remainder after having the long division method. Pairing the number from the ones place 0, 7 and 56. Again using the long division method, smallest square number which is greatest square number which is less than 56 is 49. So we'll put here 7 sevens are 49. Subtracting 49 from 56, we have 7 here. Adding 7, we'll get 14. And the number which is multiplied, putting 07, bringing it down here. So we have 707. Now multiplying the number which is equal to 707 or less than 7, we have, let us find out. If you multiply with the 4, means 7, one number less is 6. So 4 for the 16 we are having. If you multiply 4 into 4, we will have 4 into 4, 16, plus 4 for the 16, for 16 plus 1, 17, again carry 1, 4 ones are 4 and 5. So yes, it is less than 707. And if we do with 5 both the side, let us see, check out what is the answer. 5 into 5 is 25, carry 2, 5 was a 20, 22, and 5 is a 5 plus 2 is 725, which is greater. So we'll go with 576, which is obtained when we multiply 4. So we have 576. Now subtracting this number from 707, we get the remainder 131. We can see that here the remainder is 131, not 0. Means 5607 is not a perfect square. And if we subtract this number, this remainder from this 5607, we will get 7 minus 1, 6, bringing here 10. Borrowing from 6, we have 5 here, 7, 5 minus 1, 4 and 5. This is a perfect square. Again, after subtracting 131 from 5601, we will get this number 5476, which is a perfect square. Next step is also find the square root of the perfect square. So square root of 5476 we have to find. Again, going with the division method, 5476, making the pair of the number, taking again the square number which is less than 54 is 7, 7 sevens are 49, subtracting 49 from 54, we will have 576. Again we have 7, 44, so we have already 576. When we multiply by 4, 4 into 4 is 576, which give us the remainder 0. So square root of 5476 is 74. Question number 12. Find the least number that must be added. Previous we did subtraction. Now the question is of addition. Which number should be added to 1300 so as to get a perfect square? Also find the square root of the perfect square. We will start with division method. 1300 is not a perfect square. Again with the division method, making the pair, find out the greatest square number less than 13. We have 3 into 3, 9. Subtracting 9 from 13, we get 400. When we bring 2 zeros along with the 4 here, when we add 3 here, we get 6. So which number we will multiply which is less than 4? When we will get the answer less than 400 is 6. 6 into 6 is 36. 3 carry, 6 is a 36, 396. And the remainder we get is 4, which is not equal to 0. So we can say that here 1300 is the number which is greater than 36 square. Okay, here the 1300 is the square of the number which is greater than 36 square. Now the next number after 36 is 37 square. Means 1300 lies between 36 square and 37 square. Now 37 square is 1369. So as we have the number 1300, now what should be added? So subtracting 1300 from 1369, we will have 69 as the remainder. That means when we will add 69 to 1300, it will make 1300 a perfect square, that is 1369. So what we have to add is the number 69, whose square root is 37.